Deja, you are that girl. I know you see me. Can you see me? KP, I know you see me calling you, girl. Ooh, KG, that was cute. Yes, ma'am, KG. I know this service is working. I have Verizon Wireless. Our service don't break down. No. Yes, Janae. Work me, Janae. You have an incoming call, girl. Answer the phone. Now.
Hey, Liv, how are you?
Hey, I'm good. How are you?
I am great. First, I want to go ahead and nip this in the bud, okay? I have to. So, I want to say that I take 100% full accountability as to what happened in my group. I think it was over exaggerated, really. But I really take 100% accountability for everything. Nobody was talking about the Golden Girls. I promise. Nobody was talking about the Golden Girls. I promise. We was talking about the Golden Guys, but that's neither here nor there. Okay, we're talking about Miss Liv today. Okay, Miss Liv.
Mm-hmm.
So, do me a favor. Do me a favor and introduce yourself.
Hey y'all, my name is Olivia. I go by Liv. Everybody calls me Liv. 25 years old. I was the Alcorn State University Golden Girl from 2013 to 2017. I was co-captain 2014, 2015, and then I was captain in 2016. Absolutely love being a Golden Girl. That was an awesome time in college. I have the most fondest memories, but now I'm a nurse and I live in Memphis and I'm a grown up now. So,
Really?
you know.
I didn't know you lived in Memphis.
Yes,
Oh
I live
wow.
in Memphis.
Oh wow. So, what made you want to become a Golden Girl?
That's a good question. That's a really good question, actually, because I didn't know up until my senior year that I was going to go to Alcorn.
Really?
I went to Murray High School, and two of my coaches, my main coaches, were J6. So you had like Morgan Jackson. Yeah. She was the captain. She was my coach. She's super talented. And then Chloe was my coach at one point. Right. She's super talented. So, I mean, all I knew growing up in Jackson was the J6.
Right.
That's all I knew. And so it wasn't until my senior year, this girl came and taught us a routine, and she was bad. Like, I was like, who is this girl? Where is she from? And she was like, she went to Alcorn. Her name was Jasmine Taylor. Mm-hmm. She went to Alcorn, and she was a Golden Girl. And I just remember feeling like, okay, I like the way she danced. Like, I like her whole style or whatever. So I started, like, looking to Golden Girls. And what really confirmed it for me was my senior year, they invited us for high school day. Mm-hmm. So we danced, and I saw the girls dance, and I liked the style. It was a lot different than what I was used to, but I really liked the style. And so, like, Kim and Novi, they came over there, and they talked to us, and I was just like, I told all my teammates, like, y'all, this is where I'm going to school. Like, this is where I'm going to dance. And that was that.
Okay. So, to you, what is your definition of a Golden Girl?
Ooh. That's a good question. I think a Golden Girl is just a fearless chick. Like, a Golden Girl is a go-getter. They are not afraid of what anybody has to say. Right. They do what they want to do on their own terms. Mm-hmm. I think, like, this whole new wave of, like, women being, like, super independent and just being, like, fearless and speaking out. I feel like the Golden Girls have been on that. Yeah. So I feel like, you know, for a long time, we're kind of criticized for, like, being so risque. But, I mean, at the end of the day, we're women, and I mean, our style is super unique and it's entertaining.
And y'all are confident in y'all body, like.
Yeah, we're confident. Like, it is what it is. You like it or not, we love it. Right. You know?
Right.
So,
what Gigi inspired you the most throughout your years?
Ooh, the most? That's a hard question. Well, I'll say initially it was Jasmine Taylor because she was the first Golden Girl I met. Right. And I was just like, I don't want to be like her. Yeah. And then when I got to Alcorn, it was definitely Tashana. Oh, my gosh.
Oh, yeah.
I love Tashana to pieces. She was the best captain ever. She was so hard on us, but it was so worth it because I feel like after her year, we just kept getting better and better and better. And she was like the start of that, you know? Like, not saying that they were horrible before that, but Tashana started with a whole new team. Yeah. And she built us up to be like what she wanted us to be. So she was like that new playing field for us, you know. So
especially coming from
Tashana.
Dava. Yeah.
Yeah, David was a really good captain too.
Yeah.
She was a really, really good captain. But Tashana, that was my captain. That's my girl. So I definitely have to say Tashana.
What was it like crabbing under Tashana though?
Babe.
You don't have to go into depth, you know.
Well, to wrap it up, it was tough.
Yeah.
She did not play with us, but it was all love. Like, she wasn't like cruel.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it was all love. Like, she wanted the best for us. She put her all into being captain.
Yeah.
She made uniforms. She was there for our practices and our workouts. She was the truth.
Yeah.
That girl did a lot. So we couldn't do anything but respect it.
Yeah.
So it was tough, but it was worth it for sure.
How was your first tryout?
Oh my goodness, it was so hard.
Yeah.
Because I went to Murrah and like we focused on like being super clean and you know like we didn't like get low and put all that personality into it. And then I came down here and it's like, okay, you need to get low and stay low and you need to, but we're gonna do this and we're gonna do that. And Shauna could do like stunts and all this stuff, and I was like, oh my god. So she worked us out. I remember the first day just crying because I was so sore and my body had never felt like that before.
Yeah.
Like we were literally working out on top of learning the routine. Kim literally had us marching and working out. And I was like, what is this? Like, where am I right now? Like, who told me to sign up for this? I don't know if I want to do this.
Because I was going to ask you, what was the difference between, you know, like how was it transitioning into the Golden Girl style? Because you coming from Murrah, I'm pretty sure it's very different.
Yeah, it was different for sure, but I feel like I had a really good foundation.
Yeah.
So, like, I knew how to be clean. I knew how to do that. If I couldn't do nothing else, I could do that at least. So, I mean, I feel like that was easier for me to, like, go from clean to, not saying the Golden Girls aren't clean, like, I don't want to put that out there, but I'm saying, like, it's a different type of, like, energy behind it. So, like, to dance that forceful and still be clean, that is hard.
Yeah.
That is not easy.
You put a lot of energy.
Yes, I really wish the critics would, like, understand that style is not easy to just be out here, like, perfect.
Yeah.
But we've managed to get better and better and better over time. But at the beginning, it was hard. It was really, really hard. But I had a lot of help. Tashana was really good at just, like, you know, like picking our strengths and like building on that. So, I mean, it was tough, but I mean, it was definitely, it got better with time, for sure. So,
what would you say was the hardest thing to like grasp your freshman year? Like, was it the humping or like, what was it?
It was, I would say, I wouldn't necessarily say the humping because they came with it eventually. But I would just say, like, the personality behind it all. Yeah. Like, so I crabbed with, like, Kat and Memphis. And so they come from, like, community teams. And community teams are big on, like, showing personality while you dance and, you know, all that stuff. So I remember dancing next to them. And I was like, wait, I need to step my game up. Like, I don't do all that. I just dance. I smile and dance. But they were, like, putting personality all behind it. So that was the biggest thing for me. So I remember I used to, especially my first and second year, I used to always dance beside Sade. Yeah. All the time. Because I'm like, I'm about to match her energy right now. Yeah. Like,
Sade is a beast, baby.
She's a beast. Yeah. And I need the people to understand it. My sister is a beast, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
And so I would always dance beside her because if I can match her energy, then I know I'm doing okay.
Oh, yeah.
So.
Definitely, yeah.
Yes.
What did you learn about yourself during your freshman year? Where your crab year?
I learned. That's a good question, too. You got some good questions.
I got some good questions for you, baby.
Oh, my goodness. What did I learn about myself? I would say that I was definitely more shy before I came to Alcorn, before I started dancing. I was even shy my first year dancing. Like, I used to do this weird thing where I would just, like, get super nervous and lock up and just, like, have it in my mind. Like, I already know I'm going to mess up.
Yeah.
So, like, I would just be super nervous and I didn't enjoy it. But it wasn't until, like, more so the end of the season where I started to, like, really enjoy it and, like, learn more about myself and just gain that confidence. So, I think my first year, it was just about, like, gaining that confidence. And once I gained that confidence and I knew the type of dancer I wanted to be, I knew how I wanted to look. It was on from then. Like, that next summer, I worked out 2-3 times a day. We would have practice at Haley's house. Like, we did not play. We were very, very serious. So, once we got past that first year, it was on the popping.
But the thing about it is, like, you never showed that, wild dancing in public. Like, you're dancing in front of so many different people.
Yeah.
And it's nerve-wracking, and people don't understand it. It's very nerve-wracking being able to be in front of so many people dancing. So, I get it 100%, but you never showed that. I live for that.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. What did Tashana teach you that stuck with you throughout your years as a Golden Girl?
Let me see. How can I put this in better terms? Let me see. Tashana taught me to, like, dance for my life.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. Like, she put the fear in us. Like, not fear like we're afraid of her, but fear just like, we practice every single day for all of these hours. There's no reason why you should get out there and look trash. Like, that was very big for her. So it was like, every time we dance, every time we practice, like, I know for me and for, like, the girls I cried with, we always did everything full out. Yeah. Because Tashana didn't play, and then we were to the point where we were like, man, well, we want to look good too. I can't remember. I don't remember the very first game. I don't even remember the second game. But I remember specifically, like, I don't know what game it was, but us getting out there and, we had the energy and everything. And then, like, I saw the clip for the first time and I was like, we don't look all that. Yeah. And I just remember that, and I didn't like the way it felt because we put so much into it every week. And so I was like, okay, well, she really, like, put into me to just give it my all at all times. Like, don't wait until the day before the game. Don't wait until you get in front of the band. Like, don't wait until that time. Practice. Figure out what you need to work on. Like, we, during band camp, we would be there all day, all night, but we would still meet up early to practice so we can look good in front of Tashana. Yeah. So that was instilled in me, and I felt like throughout the years we kind of carried that on. I know when I became captain, that was kind of big for me too. So it was cool to see, like, the girls under me kind of continue that. Yeah. What Tashana started for us, though. Yeah. For sure.
How would you say Tashana is different from Allison? Like, what was the leadership like?
Oh, they were both really good captains, for sure. But I think with Tashana, we were like babies. Yeah. So it was very much like a mother-children type thing. With Allison, it was like, Allison was a year older than us, so it was more like a sister thing. But at the same time, like, we still respected her. I don't know, it's a good question. Allison, let's see. Allison was really big on working out. She did not play with us. We worked out we were fine as hell.
Yes. Oh, yes.
By the first day.
Oh, yes.
Okay. She did not play. And marching, she did not play about that either. Not one bit.
Oh, my God.
Now, I will give sis that. Yes. Sis did not play. Allison was very, like, once she got into her groove, she knew what she wanted to do, and she was a really, really good captain. Tashana was more, I don't know. They both are very strong, but Tashana was more, like, in your face with it. Yeah. Like, y'all need to get this together. Yeah.
She'll tell it like it is.
I don't know how to really explain it.
Yeah, she'll tell it like it is.
But it was definitely a difference. Yeah. It was a difference. But it was a good difference. It wasn't, like, bad. Yeah.
Yeah. Which one was better, short hair for you or long hair?
Oh, short hair all day.
Oh, yes.
All day long. Listen. All day.
I lived. You know, you had the little bang. Oh,
The bang yang?
oh.
Oh yeah. I sure did. I sure did.
I lived. I lived. Would you
Short
say
hair
like?
all day long.
Would you say
I
like?
felt like myself.
Yes, yes. Would you feel? Did you feel like having short hair gave you that extra spice?
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. It was just something about it. The first time I wore my hair short dancing as a Golden Girl was when, let me see. I think that was, I think it was 2015.
In the gold uniform, I'm thinking, maybe.
I can't remember if it was when we marched Mardi Gras or if, no, Mardi Gras came after SWAC. So that SWAC game, I remember I asked Allie, can I wear my short hair, please? I was like, yeah, it look good on you, girl. Go ahead and wear it. And so I wore it, and I just felt so good. I just felt like I was in my skin. Yeah. Like, I didn't have to worry about, patting my head. I didn't have to worry about what I'm saying? It was my hair. I just feel so good. So, I don't know. It just made me feel so confident. And then when I was captain and I cut it real short, you couldn't tell me nothing at that point. Not nothing.
I love how you had it, too. It was real cute. I loved it. Yep.
You couldn't tell me nothing. But, yeah, short all day.
Getting the captain position, is that something that you actually wanted at the time?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh. I've been co-captain all my life.
Really?
Yes. In middle school, I was co-captain. In high school, I was the co-captain. Under Allison, I was the co-captain. And I always said, if y'all put me in front, I'm going to show y'all something.
Oh, yes.
I always had that in the back of my mind. I was like, I'm going to be humble. I'm going to hold this co-captain position down. But let somebody mess around and give me captain one time.
Baby.
So, I definitely wanted it. It was known that I wanted it. Everybody knew that I wanted it.
Yeah.
I wasn't like walking around like saying like, oh, I want to be captain, but it was just like very much known that I wanted to be captain.
Yeah.
So when I got it, I was super happy.
I was just about to ask you, how did you feel like once you got it?
It was just like, I don't know, for a minute I was just like, wow, like, these girls are going to be under me now.
Yeah.
So I just had so many ideas, like so many things I wanted to do. And, as a co-captain, you have like a voice to say some things, but you don't want to like try to take over somebody else's team. Right. Every captain has like their own idea. So I already had like ideas of what I wanted to do and like where I wanted to take the Golden Girls and everything. So I was ready. Yeah. I was ready.
Because I was about to ask you, did you have like a clear vision of what you wanted?
Yes.
Yeah.
For sure. Like, I felt like at that time we had become like more known. People, started to respect us more as dancers, as performers. And so I just felt like, people know us for being like very high energy and get low and humping and everything. But I wanted to bring something like more sexy to it, more routine, staying routines. That was something I really like doing. Yeah. And just, I don't know, I wanted to bring another level of sex appeal because to me, I always feel like the Golden Girls had sex appeal, but people sometimes didn't see that side of it. So I wanted people to see more of that.
Now, speaking of the stand routines, like, where did that come from? Like, how did you, like, start off something that is now being done every year now?
Well, I will say, with Tashana, we started stand routine. Okay. So it was one song, but it wasn't, like, often. It was this one song. I can't remember. Whatever, anyway. It was a song, and it was like the first 4 8 counts we did like a little stand routine, and then she threw her counts. And so then Allison's year we kind of did the same thing. We had a little stand routine. So we had kind of already been doing it. I just wanted to do it more because I really liked it. So I remember when the band played Kiss It Better and I heard it, I was like, yo, we gotta do a stand routine with this song. And so I always like tried to make stuff up. So I would make stuff up, but I would come to the team and be like, okay, y'all, what you think? Because we had some girls on the team that were really strong in choreography. Yeah. Like Olivia, my girl, y'all know. I'd be like, Z, come on with it. Alexis is really good at choreography.
Yeah.
That is her strong point. So I'd be like, Lex, what you got? Kyle, what you got? Really, all of them, but they know, especially when it came to something slow. I'm like, Z, come on up here and show us what you got made up, because I know you got something. And Kamisha, she'll make stuff up. Really, everybody always brought something to the team. That's what I really enjoy about our team. Like, we didn't have any choreographers. It wasn't like I was making up everything. You know, I would have an idea, I would make up something, and then the girls would be like, oh, it'd be cute if we add this and add that. So it was just like a really
team effort.
Yeah, it was a team effort. It was really awesome to work with girls who just always had ideas, you know?
Yeah. Because I love the Destiny's Child routine.
Oh, my goodness.
Girl, I love it.
Listen. Was it Destiny's Child? Yeah, that was very last minute. So we heard it. We heard that song the day before the game. Like, they told us that they were going to play it, but I didn't know it was going to be like that. So we heard the song. Somebody sent it to me. I think I was in class or something. I was like, I gotta go. We gotta come up with something else. So I remember, like, I had came up with that little beginning part, and then I was like, man, I need something extra. And Lex was like, oh, add this. And so, like, we just made it up right then and there, right before we practiced with the band. And it turned out so good. That was my favorite one. I know a lot of people like the other ones, but that was like one of my favorites.
Yeah, I love the and it was in sequence.
Yeah. That was yeah.
When you got the captain position, like, did you have to, like, kind of change a little bit as far as, like, with your old heads? Because I know, like, with old heads and you being the captain now, it's like sometimes it can get to where, you know, oh, I'm your sister and you don't tell me what to do type stuff. Not saying that that's what the Golden Girls did. I'm just saying that that's what happens sometimes. So did you have to?
I was really fortunate. I didn't have that issue.
Yeah.
Like, Kat, it was me and Kat. We were together, and all the other girls were younger than us.
Yeah.
So even though, like, we were sisters, I will say that they really respected me, and they never made me feel like that. Like, even Kat never made me feel like that. She never was like tried to, you know, do her own thing. Like, she was very much a team player. So we had a really good year. Of course, every team has, like, their ups and downs, but we had a really productive year. We didn't have a whole lot of that extra falling out and not getting along. We didn't really have that.
That's good, though.
So,
that's really good.
You'll see now, like, a lot of the girls, they still hang out and everything.
Yeah.
So we really built a strong bond.
Yeah.
So it's a really good feeling to know, you know?
What is some traditions that you try to implement in your team for the GGs?
Traditions, like, give me an example.
I'm trying to, like, choreography wise, like, I'm trying to think of, like.
Oh, okay, I see what you're saying. Tradition. So, I guess, like, 2 weeks before a game, I'd be like, all right, everybody, I need y'all to come with 4A counts. Period.
Yeah.
Everybody come with your 4A counts. I need them to be fly. I need them to be bad. Depending on what the song was, I'll be like, okay, you come with some A counts for the breakdown, because I know you know to do that. Then I need you to come with some high energy. I need you to come with some humping. And so, like, they will come, they'll bring it. You can tell the girls that really, you know, put they all into it versus somebody who made it up right before they pulled up to practice, you know. You know, we all have those moments anyway. But, so that was a big thing for us. And then, I mean, it was just like a very high energy moment because everybody was, like, excited to show their A counts.
Yeah.
And we were like, oh, okay, we're going to use that. Or, I don't know, sis. I don't think I really like that. And Kalita, she going to talk about me, but Kalita will always say, you never choose my A count. First of all, Kalita put 17 stunts in 4 A counts.
Oh, Lord.
No, Kalita, because I can't do that. I'm not going to do it.
Oh, my God.
I love you, Kalita, if you see this.
Let me ask you this, though, because was it hard trying to keep tradition while still trying to maintain something new?
It was at times. I know, let me see. I would say maybe, like, sometimes I would scroll through the comments and you'll see people say, oh, they look so different, or they doing this and they doing that. Yeah. So at times, I know, like, homecoming, I was like, all right, we gotta go back into the archives. So we would literally go watch old school Golden Girl routines and be like, all right, y'all, we're gonna put this in this routine. You know, like trying to still keep tradition, but still trying to evolve.
Right.
So that was very big for us. That was very big for me, like, because I knew I wanted to do something different, but I didn't want to like completely change the team because at that point, you know, what's the point of it being a Golden Girls if you change everything?
Right.
So it was tough, but we did it.
Yeah, y'all did a really good job. Good job. What was going through your mind when All Day came on, and it's just like, did you even know that was going to be one of the most legendary moments for the Gigi's, baby?
No, I had no idea. I mean, when the song came out, I don't know what it was about that day. I don't know what was in the air. But when the song came out, something in me was just like, oh, we about to kill this. Yeah. Like, I don't know what it was. But I don't know. I don't know if it was the girls giving off I don't know what it was. Like, we didn't necessarily practice for that song. The only thing different was that I believe, I don't know if that was the first game that we really implemented this, but the Golden Girls, we've never done the whole thing where the tail gets to like be very dramatic and all that. Yeah. And I remember telling Zalia, I'm gonna need you to just show out. Yeah. First and foremost. Yeah. And she was like, okay. She just said, okay. You know, that's how she needed to know. It showed out. So I'll say like that part was kind of playing, but everything else was not. Yeah. So I mean, now when I see people like talk about that video all the time, I'm like, wait.
It's legendary.
Maybe it was just I don't know what was in the air.
It's legendary. Oh my God. So speaking of Zalia, like, what made you want to pick Zalia as the tail?
Well, it was her turn.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, you know, we had some strong tall girls, but Zalia was gonna be my tail.
Oh yeah. She sold out.
Me and Olivia, we danced in high school together. Like that's my girl right there now. Yeah. Like so, yeah, she was gonna be tail.
Oh yeah.
Regardless.
Yes, ma'am. Mama eat.
Yeah. Mama and eat. Do.
What was the most challenging thing that you had to deal with your captain year?
Ooh. The most challenging thing. I think sometimes just trying to like find that happy medium between like being a friend and being a captain.
Yeah.
Luckily, my girls did make that easy for me, but at times it was definitely conflict. At times, like I felt like maybe I'm not doing enough, or maybe, you know, I don't know. Like I was with them all the time. Like we were together all the time. So it was just like, I don't know. So if there was ever a conflict between like captain and team, or like team and sponsor, you know, the captain is the one caught in the middle.
Right.
So it was just hard sometimes to just figure out, okay, what am I going to be right now? Am I going to be sister? Am I going to be captain?
Right.
So I would say that was probably the hardest thing.
Yeah. What would you say? Oh, as far as the mannequin challenge comes, like how did y'all come up with that? Like where did that come from?
Oh my goodness, I don't know. We were so silly. Like we played around all the time. So I believe we probably were just like playing around or something like that, and then it just happened, and we were laughing. I think we were marching. I'm like, okay, y'all, now this gonna be our sign for the mannequin challenge. And I was like, all right, when I do this, then you know we're gonna freeze for an count. And I remember like we did it, and we all got up, started laughing. It was just a joke to us, but we kept doing it.
Yeah, it was cute. It was definitely cute. They're very different.
Yeah, it was something else.
Especially when y'all did it on the field too.
Yeah. At that point, we had done it so many times. So when the band did it, it was like, oh, y'all, okay, come on.
Yeah.
So, you know, yeah. That was a cute little moment.
When you look back over your captain years, would you do anything differently? No.
Well, I think the only thing I would do different is I did not perform at the Honda my captain year. And it was just like a personal decision. It was my senior year in college. I didn't feel like I really accomplished a whole lot academically. I didn't know what I wanted to be in life. Yeah. So I was just like really stressed out. And I was like, okay, no. Like, I gotta give this up. Like, Golden Girl has been my all in all. I gotta put it to the side. So, like, I just took school really, really, really seriously. I always took school seriously, but that last semester, I was like, okay, no. Like, I literally was in my books 100%. No distractions, no Golden Girl. That was the first time in college that it's ever been that. So, I was just very hard on myself, and I wish that I would have just taken the moment to just be like, okay, you can do it. You deserve this last little piece, you know? Yeah. But that's it.
Yeah. I got you. What is some advice that you gave your team before a game?
Oh my goodness. Before a game, I would just like hype them up. Like, I would literally hype them up from the moment we're getting ready to march up until the moment we're on the field, like getting ready to say 5, 6, 7, 8 and march out. Like, you can't see that on video, but I would like literally, when we were on the field getting ready to march out, walk around and be like, y'all, we gonna kill it. I know y'all gonna kill it. I know you gonna kill it, girl. So we were just all hyped up. Everybody's like, yeah, we gonna kill it. You know, that was my biggest thing because like I told you, I used to be so nervous. Yeah. So that was big for me. I don't know if any of my new girls were nervous, so I wanted them to feel like, you know what, we are gonna kill it. Like my captain said, we gonna kill it. We gonna kill it.
You have to be positive. Yeah,
just being really positive and making them feel like they're the best dancers ever. Yeah, that was my biggest thing. Because if you feel like that, you will be.
Oh yeah, definitely. Did you like fast songs or slow songs better?
I love the slow songs all day long. The fast song is like, yeah, you know, we got to do it anyway. Some fast songs, no, medium. Oh, medium is my favorite.
That's the perfect.
That's my favorite right there. Yeah. Because you can do anything with that medium.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. So, what was your favorite song, though?
My favorite song. I don't know. All Day was slick. Yeah. Was slick it. Ooh.
I feel like every captain had that moment. Like, I feel like Allison, she had Give Me That. You know, that was definitely her song. Uh-huh. So what would you say was you would say All Day was your song?
What was that song? Oh my gosh. I can't even think of the song. It was another song that I loved too, that I used to play, but All Day was definitely one of my favorites because I feel like you could just give attitude and just, you know, rock it out. But I don't know.
Yeah. What was your favorite count?
Oh, you already know.
Which one?
The one on All Day. This one right here. I can't do it. I got my coffee in my hand. You already know. That one right there. That right there. That's my favorite one.
Love it. I can't think of the girl who made it. I can't think of her name.
Kyla.
Yeah. She came in my DM. She was like, "Oh, I made that guy." I said, "Yes."
Kyla gonna let you know. Yeah. I used to call Kyla Michael Jackson because Kyla, she always was coming up with something. Yeah. She was really good at choreography. She really was.
Yeah, she's really good. What was your favorite uniform?
Oh, my favorite uniform was this all gold solid liquid uniform we wore Allison year. It was like a bodysuit, not the one we wore my freshman year, not that one. But it was like a bodysuit. It was very simple, very plain, but it was very sexy.
I'm gonna have to find it.
It showed all of our curves, literally.
You're not talking about the one where it's gold, but then it's white up here. Not that one.
Not that one. It was like all gold. Like, it was very simple. Like, you probably won't remember because it's so simple. But it was, to me, it was just so sexy. Yeah. Because it was just so simple and it just fit you tight, you know? So, yeah, that was probably my fave.
What was your least fave? Or something that you would, you know, kind of change a little bit?
Oh my goodness. Ugh. Which year?
Any year. All time.
Oh my goodness, Lord. That was this uniform that we wore my freshman year. It was this purple bodysuit. Ooh. No. That gold uniform we wore classic 2013. Ooh. I hated that uniform with a passion. I just felt like Oh, I don't even want to tell you what I feel like. Just know I hated it. I hated it.
Oh my God.
Let it be known, I hated it.
Oh my God. So how do the GGs like pick their uniform each week? Is it more so of what the captain envisions, or is it more so of what the sponsor envisions?
It's kind of more so what the sponsor wants, but then the captain can be like, okay, now the captain can fight for what she really wants, you know. But if push comes to shove, you probably got to go with the sponsor wants.
Yeah.
And then depending on the size of the team, and depending on if we have no uniforms in yet, yeah. So.
Yeah. So sponsor.
Yeah.
After like all the hard work and dedication that the Golden Girls put in, how does it feel like being compared to like other teams sometimes?
It's so annoying.
Yeah.
It's so annoying because if you just go by the comments, you would swear up and down that like we're in practice watching other teams and being like, "Oh, y'all, we need to do this account right here. I like this account baby," and it was never like that.
Yeah.
Like we would make up our own stuff. Now, the only kind of conflict that I will say would just be that a lot of the girls come from Jackson.
Right.
They come from Jackson squads.
Yeah.
So even the stuff that they made up, they might have just made it up, you know, not even thinking about something that they learned a long time ago. But it might be a piece that their sponsor taught them, and their sponsor probably danced for J-Set, so their sponsor danced somewhere else. So there were times where that conflict kind of happened. So for me, I was very big on just trying to make sure, like, you know, what we did looked golden girl, if that makes sense. So when you bring counts, I'll be looking. You know, I have my homegirl, Trisha. Trisha didn't dance when I was captain, but she'll be in practice with me, and she'll be like, Liv, I don't know, that's kind of like, I've seen somebody else do that.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, okay, well, y'all, we're not going to do that because, you know, we didn't have time to see what other people were doing.
Right.
It wasn't until you look in the comments and you see people say, oh, did you see at 3 minutes and 27 seconds?
Oh, they go
when they
to
did
it.
that?
Oh, yes.
Yes, they go to it, and they will link the clip.
Oh, yeah.
So...
And look, I'm not perfect. I have done it before. I have. But doing this YouTube stuff, like, it really taught me, like, to appreciate every team differently. And sometimes, you know, things happen, you know, things get translated differently, and, you know. Yeah. But.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah.
How did you guys deal with a lot of the negativity sometimes?
Oh, well, we talked a lot of noise. We talked a lot of trash in our practices. That was one of the fun parts, just being in a group of crazy girls.
Yeah.
Because every single last one of them are crazy.
Yeah.
Except for me. But, yeah, so we would just talk a lot of noise and, you know, laugh and, you know, whatever. But we would just really work hard to make sure we didn't look like nobody else.
Right.
That was our main thing. Like, we don't want to look like nobody else. We want to look like ourselves. We want to look like a new, evolved version of ourselves. That's what we want to look like.
Yeah.
We don't want to look like it.
Yeah.
So, that's how we dealt with it. We just talked about it, laughed it off.
Yeah.
Cursed a little bit, you know.
It seems like, you know, the Golden Girls, they always have, like, this good sisterly bond with each other. And, you know, sometimes it can get catty, sometimes it can get, you know, messy sometimes. But how do you guys keep that strong sisterhood?
I think, well, I would say it started, I know for us, my freshman year, right? Every year you would always hear about the fights, you always hear about how bad it would get, and but with us, I remember when we used to argue or when we got into it, we literally would sit there and like just scream until we got over it. Yeah. I'll never forget one time, I hope they don't mind me talking about this. One time, Allie and Sade got into it. And so now they were arguing. Now all of us arguing. We all going back and forth. And the crabs crying. They crying. They're like, oh. And then Haley, I think some of us are getting ready to like storm out. And Haley was like, no, nobody's leaving until we figure this out. And so we sat there. We started talking. Everybody was crying. And we all went to go eat together later. So it was just like, after that, we were very big on like, y'all, let's just talk about it. Let's hash it out now. Because we're going to see a whole lot of each other. Yeah. So, no petty stuff. Now, of course, you had some people, you know, that you just don't get along with.
Yeah.
But they usually did last anyways.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, that's true. That's definitely true. That's definitely true.
Yeah.
Did you wish that you had 2 years as a captain?
Oh, if I could have done junior, senior year, yeah. But if I would have had to do a fifth,
yeah,
no.
Yeah.
I definitely, I love Golden Girl. I love being there, but I was done when I was done.
Yeah.
And I was ready to move on. Like, yeah, dance is still a very big part of me, and I don't dance like I used to.
Mm-hmm.
I really want to start dancing again, just doing some new stuff. But that was that part of my life, and I didn't need to prolong that. It was somebody else's turn.
Yeah.
So
you gotta pass the torch sometimes.
Yeah, you gotta pass the torch. Let somebody else have it.
How does it feel knowing that you're an inspiration to so many other GGs and legendary to the fans?
It makes me feel so good because, like, I know, like, deep down that I work real hard. Mm-hmm. And I know that I put my all into being captain. I put my all into that. Yeah. I put my all into not just, like, being in front. That was, like, the least hardest part. Mm-hmm. But, like, just making sure everybody's on the same page and just trying to bring something new and trying to keep everybody on one accord. Mm-hmm. I put my all into that. So, I always felt good for, like, my team, just to see my girls respect me. That's a big thing. Yeah. Like, I would hate to be a captain and not be respected by my team. Like, that has to be a very bad feeling. But just to know that my girls respected me, and then, like, when I was gone, for them to, like, FaceTime me sometimes, it's like, hey, girl, this is how everything going, and all this. And that made me feel so good, because I'm like, oh, they miss me. And, you know, just to see them continue to just grow and get better every year. Yes. And oh my goodness, to see, you know, go from legs and you see my girl Z, you saw my baby Shanti. It just warms my heart because, you know, they continue to bring something new, but to see, like, them still do some of the stuff that I did or some of the stuff that Shauna did, it really just makes me feel, like, real good. Yeah. It makes me feel like that, like, I'll speak for, like, me, Allison, and Tashana, because those are the girls that, you know, we were, like, brought these new girls on, but it made me feel like what we did made sense and that they really liked it, and, you know, that's what made the Golden Girls be more on the forefront now. Yeah. So, yeah.
And it showed all of your, like you said, it showed all of your material, and, you know, I got you.
It made me feel so good.
Speaking of your baby, how did you feel about how did you feel when she got captain, Shanti?
Oh my goodness. You have to know Shanti. Like, when she was in my craft, she was so quiet, and she was such a baby. Oh my goodness. Just, this and that. We used to be so hard on her all the time. And she used to just sit there and take it. And so when she became captain and I saw her, like, killing it, I was like, wait, what? Baby. What's going on?
2019?
Listen, I mean, she had her team in check. Like, those girls were together.
Yes.
And homecoming, her captain year was my first time going back to Alcorn since I graduated.
Really?
And I remember just being so emotional because I was just like, oh my gosh, like, girl, where did this come from? Like, she's always been a great dancer, but it was like something came over her. Like, she was really a leader, a true leader to those girls. And, you know, she just looked so great in front, and it did something to me. Like, literally, while everybody was, like, doing homecoming stuff, I was literally, like, at practice with them. Like, I was there when they were getting their makeup done. I just wanted to be there just to see, like, how she operated, you know? So it made me feel so
Shanti
good.
Shanti did so good 2019.
Yes. Oh my gosh. She was amazing.
Yeah. And just like you said, like, you know, going from, you know, you, Lex, Z, it just makes sense. Like,
like, every year something different was brought to the table, but it was just like, it's just so cool to just see how we continue to grow.
Yeah. Like,
that is awesome, because I feel like, you know, when people talk about the Golden Girls, they always say, like, oh, you know, they were good back in the day, and then they, like, plateaued, and they, you know, during the 2000s. It's what people say. I'm not saying
it. I got you.
But I don't know. It's just very cool to just see us continue to just grow.
Yeah.
Like, you got Dava, and you had Tashana, and Allison, and me, and Rex. And, I mean, it just continues to just be different, but we just continue to look, just becoming to ourselves more. You know, like, everybody else evolves, and I feel like people always try to take that away from us, but you can't take that away from us now. You can't say we're not evolving.
Oh, no, man.
So, yeah. Can't do it.
What is some advice you would give somebody that's trying out to be a golden girl?
Advice, I would say, get to know yourself first. The golden girl will teach you a lot about yourself. Going into that environment will teach you a lot about yourself, but I can only speak for golden girls. But going from a high school dancer to becoming a collegiate dancer, it's not just about the dancing. It's a whole new stepping stone of your life. You're becoming a woman. Not only a woman, but you're becoming a woman who is on this campus, and you're going to school, and everybody knows you. And, you know, people expect so much from you, and people are going to critique everything you do. So you have to really know yourself. Because if you don't, that will catch you real fast, and it will mess you up. So I would say know yourself. Practice on your dancing, whatever style. You know, if you're familiar with Golden Girl style, get more familiar with it. There are girls out here who are hosting camps and hosting all these different things for you to, like, gain these skills. So become a part of that. Do everything you can do, because one thing I can say, it's becoming more and more competitive to become a Golden Girl now. I remember when I was a freshman in my sophomore, junior year, at tryouts, you knew the girls that were going to make it. You could just tell. It was like, okay, she going to make it, she going to make it. But now it's not like that anymore. You have so many talented girls coming to try out. So you have to figure out what is going to make you stand out for a good reason. Right. So that's the biggest thing.
That's some good advice. If you had an all-star team of 12 GGs, who would you pick out of them 12?
Well, let's get started. Jasmine Taylor. She's first on my list. It's just so many girls. Okay, I'm going to start from, like, 2009 on down. Okay. So that way I don't get in any trouble. Because there's a lot of old heads that I would have on my team. Because I would have Kimberly Noel Washington flipping down that field in a minute now. Okay? For the 99 and the 2000. Okay. So anyways, so let's say Jasmine Taylor. Tab. Dava. Tashana, Allie, that's 5. Me, Lex, Z, Shanti. This last 3 gonna kill me. Because I really want to just say everybody I dance with, honestly. But if I gotta pick an all-star, then dang. Cat.
Yes.
10. 2 more. Did I say Kamisha?
No.
Okay, Kamisha. Let me pick one more. This one gotta be. Sade. What am I thinking? Sade.
Now, you know, I heard Miss Cat was a bad girl.
Oh, Miss Catherine is the bad girl.
I heard she was a bad girl. She
sure is.
Yeah.
Miss Catherine can do any stunt that you can think of.
Oh yes. I heard she learned a field routine in like a day, and just executed it.
That probably happened.
I heard she's a really bad girl.
She's a bad girl.
Other than the Golden Girls, what other teams do you watch?
This thing is.
Okay, hold on. Say that.
They have so much.
Hold on. Say that one more time.
I said I love this thing is.
Okay. Oh yeah.
they have so much sex appeal. It's crazy. Like, oh my gosh, those girls, they just got it.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know what they teaching them girls over there. They got it.
Oh yeah.
Let's see. I enjoy watching the dolls too.
Okay.
I think it's such like a polar opposite from Golden
Yeah.
Girls.
Yeah.
But it's just so cool because I feel like their style is just so, like, when you see their style, you know it's them. Like you could put like all the swag teams out there in black.
Yeah.
And tell us how to dance, and you could be able to tell who is a dancing doll.
Yeah.
So I enjoy watching them dance too.
Yeah, they're very different.
Yes.
So what's going on with you now? Like, give us a rundown of what's going on now.
Well, now I'm married, of course.
Oh, yes, ma'am.
I live here in Memphis. My husband and I just built this house.
Ooh.
I am a nurse. I work in the ICU.
Ooh. How was that?
It's tough.
Yeah.
Especially now with everything going on. It's tough. It's hard, but I love it. I'm becoming a more confident, capable nurse. So that's really cool. And it's very cool just because, like, I went to school for biology, didn't know what I wanted to do, and then, like, I went to nursing school. So, you know, I feel like I'm really into a field that I really enjoy. Yeah. So, let's see. Just COVID kind of stopped a lot of things for me. Yeah. Memphis is a really cool place because, like, it's not that big, but you have many opportunities to get out there and like dance and take different classes, and that's what I really wanted to do. I said, like, once I finish nursing school, I'm taking some classes. I want to do some heel classes like that. That's what I really, really wanted to do, but you know, that kind of stopped everything. So hopefully soon I can like start taking some classes. I don't know. Lately, I've been working on my fitness. I got me a trainer.
Oh, yeah, I said,
so,
yes.
you know. So that's really all that's going on in my life. I mean, COVID stopped a lot of things, but I mean, other than that, I'm just a domesticated woman. Yes, ma'am. Just a wife cooking meals every day for this Nigerian man that I'm married to. Yes. And, you know, that's it.
All right. Well, I want to thank you so much for coming here. Oh my God, this was a really good interview.
This was so fun.
I said this is going to be a really good interview. This is definitely going to be.
This was so fun. Thank you for calling me. I enjoyed it.
Oh yes, definitely. Thank you so much one more time. All right, time to go. All right, bye.